A new report from Bank of America spells out the impact to builders and products today. They say tariffs on China would be a headwind to Masco and Fortune brands, but a tailwind for Whirlpool. Flooring maker Mohawk would benefit from tariffs on Europe and Vietnam. Mexico tariffs would be a challenge for Mohawk and Whirlpool. And as we wait to find out just what tomorrow's announcement will look like, another firm is sure about at least one thing: home prices are going up. Let's bring in Diana Olick with that story. Diana?
Well, Kelly, look, as you said, we've already talked a lot about the tariff impact on builder costs, increases on imported lumber, drywall, aluminum, and appliances. Builders will pass those costs on to consumers, but prices on existing homes could rise as well. Morgan Stanley analysts this week noted an immediate impact should be fewer builds and pushing the marginal buyer into the existing market. So that new demand shifted their forecast from 2025 from their base case 2% year-over-year price decline on existing homes to closer to their bull case of a 5% price gain. Now, even before tariffs, the S&P Case-Shiller Home Price Index had been showing a reacceleration in price gains, up 4% annually in January. The expectation had been that mortgage rates would drop and resale inventory would rise. Well, mortgage rates are very slightly lower than where they were at this time last year, nowhere near where they were just 5 years ago, pre-pandemic. Also, they haven't really moved at all in the last month, the start of the all-important spring housing market. As for the supply, it is now 27.5% higher than it was at this time last year. And while that might seem like a lot, it's still nowhere near where it was in 2019, again, pre-pandemic. This is all going to come down to demand, which did tick up at least on the most recent pending sales index. And that demand, of course, will depend on consumer confidence. But again, Kelly, it's just getting less and less affordable to buy a home.
Do they, Diana, spell out if there would be any countervailing, issue technology? You showed us the concrete home the other day that would be perhaps a way of getting around these rising input costs.
Look, there are some. That concrete, that was 3D printed homes, and that's a very small market, and that concrete was all sourced in the U.S. And, of course, I've been getting a lot of emails from very niche market building supply people who say we've got this type of, product that would offset tariffs. It's domestically made. It wouldn't have any impact. But look, the vast majority of homes are built with lumber. They're built with cement. They're built with drywall, and much of that is imported, and you're going to see those price increases.
All right, Diana, we'll see what tomorrow brings. Diana Olick in Washington today.